Okay, let's talk about something we all deal with every single day, clothing. But this isn't just about fabric and thread, not at all. What we wear is a direct reflection of human history, our values, and yeah, our own personal transformations.
I mean, really think about it for a second. More than art, more than written language, clothing has been telling our story since the very, very beginning. It's this silent narrator that's been with us through every single chapter of our existence.
Which brings us to the big question, and this one's for you right now. When you get dressed every morning, what story are you choosing to tell about yourself?
To really understand the answer, we have to look back. So we're going to go on a little rapid-fire journey through time to see how our relationship with what we wear has completely and fundamentally changed.
Our journey kicks off about 100,000 years ago in the Stone Age, and it's going to take us all the way to the 20th century. We're hitting the key turning points that really define why we dress the way we do today. So let's start at the very beginning. For early humans, fashion, well, that just wasn't a concept. Clothing had one job, and one job only: survival. It was a tool just like a spear or a fire. Simple as that.
The materials were, whatever you could find. Animal hides, thick fur, leaves, and grasses woven together. It was pure function. The goal was simple: cover the body, protect it from the elements, and just adapt to whatever harsh environment you were in.
But as humans started building cities and forming these complex societies, something started to shift. Clothing got a second really powerful purpose. It became a language of status and identity.
In places like ancient Egypt and Rome, what you wore instantly told everyone who you were. Soft linens and silks, that was for the wealthy. Specific colors or cuts could tell people your job or your rank. And the most intricate, beautiful designs, those were saved for royalty, making them look almost godlike.
Now, for centuries, this idea of special, status-driven clothing was only for the elite. But then, the Industrial Revolution came along and changed everything. Mass production arrived, and suddenly fashion wasn't just for kings and queens, it was for everyone.
And this new accessibility, it led to another revolution in the 1900s. Clothing became a canvas for personal expression. It was a way to shout your beliefs, your dreams, and yeah, even your rebellion to the whole world.
And this led to an absolute explosion of identity. The flapper dresses of the 20s weren't just dresses, they were a symbol of female liberation. The denim of the 60s was the uniform of the counterculture. And by the 90s, with streetwear and high fashion, it was clear: your identity could be whatever you wanted it to be.
Which brings us to today, because in our modern world, the evolution of clothing has taken another massive leap forward. Fashion is pivoting from just simple expression to something much deeper.
So we've journeyed from clothing for survival to status to expression, and today the new frontier is empowerment. We're no longer just asking, what does this say? We're asking, how does this make me feel? How does it help me become who I want to be?
This idea actually has a name. It's called empowerment dressing. It's the philosophy that your clothes should be an active part of your personal growth. They should be a reflection of your journey and an inspiration for where you're headed next.
A fantastic example of this shift is what we see in modern brands like BKLEO. They've built their entire philosophy around this idea of wearing your ambition.
Their tagline isn't about fabrics or seasons, it's about a mission. It sets the tone for a brand that sees clothing as fuel for your goals.
The whole idea is that when you wear a piece from a brand like this, you're not just putting on a hoodie or a t-shirt. You are putting on a mindset. You're wrapping yourself in the motivation you need to chase down your dreams.
And they do this through a combination of things: comfort-first designs, graphics that are explicitly motivational, and a mission that's all about building a community around a shared ambition.
The messages on the clothes are direct, with phrases like "fearless to the bone," acting as a daily reminder of your own personal strength. The goal is to create a community, a tribe of people who literally wear their ambition on their sleeves.
So, we've really come full circle. From animal hides for survival, all the way to apparel that fuels our ambition. You see, the story of clothing is the story of our own transformation.
This idea just perfectly summarizes the entire journey, doesn't it? Fashion's new purpose isn't just about appearance, it's about becoming. It's a tool for transformation.
And that brings us right back to you. What does your outfit say about your journey? Is it just fabric, or is it a statement of intent? A statement about where you're headed?
Ultimately, the takeaway is this: every single day, you have a choice. You can just get dressed, or you can choose to wear your transformation.